Hey there, Youssef has been kind enough to agree to jump on his client interview and go through his experience of course in the mastery so far. So, Youssef, give me a really quick background on what it is your agency does, where you're at with everything right now, and yeah, just give me a bit of background.
So, thank you for the presentation. I have a client acquisition and retention agency for residential cleaning businesses in the US. And basically, what we do is we do every, so it's 100% done for you from the lead generation side of things all the way to getting clients to book times and times over. So, that's everything that we do.
Yeah, love it, man. And it's like residential cleaning. It's a niche. I don't think anyone else, like I said to you earlier, I don't think anyone else in CCM is actually doing like residential cleaning.
Yeah.
How did you even find that in the first place? How did you get into that?
It's it's a funny story. So I used to work. I started taking the SMMA thing really seriously last year, May of last year, so May 2024. And I used to work with residential like kitchen and bathroom renovation. And the way I got my first client is I was at my uncle's home and they wanted to renovate the kitchen. And I remember back in the time I cold called so much and I had nobody book a meeting, or even if they did, they didn't become a customer. So I learned the pitch by heart, the script by heart. And when he was going out, I was like, "Hey, let me talk to you for a second." And I remember I just say the exact same thing, like even the opening line. I was like, "If I take 30 seconds of your time before you go, would you be mad?" Then he was like, "No, no, please go ahead." And I just did the whole thing, and he was interested, but he didn't want to pay any cash up front. So I just did 5%. And that was my first ever client. Um, in my SMMA story. And basically, I worked with him. I got him 22 appointments. The first, I think, 7 weeks, so around eight to $900 in ad spend. It was pretty easy because I advertised for him in Montreal, and there weren't that many people advertising kitchen renovation. It was also around the time Arcad's AI and like AI UGC started to come out, and I used
Yeah.
that. And it was still not that great. I just took the part with the mouth and the voice was a little bit off, and it
Yeah.
just added some B-rolls. And it did really well, but the problem was that he wasn't able to close
Mm.
when he visited those homes. So he had 22 appointments. I think a few people canceled, but I think he went to at least 15, and he only closed one at $9,000. And I mean, looking back at it now, retrospectively, I could have definitely continued because a lot of people are crushing it in these niches. And I should have just had like more qualifications. You should be making at least this much. You should be
Yeah.
closing at least this percentage for like every 10 meetings that you have. But I just took the easy route and was like, let me find something else where I can have control over the full funnel. So from lead generation all the way to close. And now I do even further, which is getting clients to become recurring. And I was on a call with on a Google Meet with one of my agency friends, and he worked with roof cleaning companies. And I remember we were talking, and he had the call come in, and he just picked the phone, booked him, got the credit card, and I was like, "So that's it?" He was like, "Yeah, that's it. Like you booked up, like he's gonna pay." He's like, "Well, there are like 10% chance that he doesn't pay and he cancels because we got the credit card." I was like, damn. And there I started to look for niches that, well, it's growing at least 30, 50,000 people. And I found the residential cleaning niche. I looked at ad library, found no one doing ads for them. Um, I also looked at their tickets. Well, some do really low tickets, some do pretty high ticket. And I also looked for ads running for residential cleaning businesses, and I found just a few. And even those were not that great. I mean, they were advertising like six services in one little Canva image. And I was like, I'm gonna crush those guys. And I just got into it. And for the thing is, before I started to cold call, I was like, well, it's pretty low barrier to entry. I could start it myself. So me and a friend went to Home Depot. We bought the stuff. We bought all everything we need. Well, we thought everything that we needed for cleaning, and then I started running ads, and we got it up to like I think 800, 900 MRR in like 15 days or something. Super easy. But man, did we suck at cleaning. I mean, we made the house probably, I mean, not worse, but like the windows, we definitely made them worse. The the glasses, we made them worse. And I was like, yeah, I think it's time for me to start advertising. I was like, I got a pretty good story. We took pictures of me cleaning. We took videos
Ah.
too. I had screenshots of the customers asking for us to clean for them again. I had the screenshots of how many leads I got for how much cost, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's when I started to cold call. And that's when I started to get clients.
Hmm.
But would you like me to continue until
Yeah,
how
do
I
you like
found you
do you,
guys?
yeah, yeah, go for it, man, please.
Okay. So and then what I started to do is I just cold call every day, 4, 5, 6 hours a day, and I started to get leads and get meetings. And I remember the client that stuck with me most, and he just left last month because he stopped doing the cleaning stuff. I cold call him in a laundromat with like sounds in the background and everything, and he was local, so I met with him in real life. First ever client I closed in the cleaning niche. And we started to do like 3 hours, like $99 for the first 3 hours. I was like, I'm gonna get really cheap people. I'm gonna get people for really cheap. We're gonna do such a good job that they're gonna want to become recurring afterwards. We got the worst type of customers. I mean, one day we had like probably a $1 or $2 million house with like a Range Rover, BMW parked in front. She was pissed off because the cleaners took 4 hours instead of three, and we charged an extra 33, not 52, which is the actual price. So we even added the extra hours discounted, and she was pissed off. And even though I still continued to do it until November, I still remember it was the 18th of November where I changed everything. So I increased the prices. I rather than a price decrease, I framed it as a value increase. So we're giving you something additional to what you're currently getting. I also changed the script of the call. So I followed the closer framework of Alex Ramosi. It worked really well. I doubled my client's business in I think probably 6 weeks. He was making like 4K. We upped it up to eight with lots of recurring. But I don't know how my hair didn't turn out gray, but I was just working the whole time. Like the whole time, I was just calling, messaging. I didn't have an AI doing it. I tried the point wise for some time, didn't like it, lost a lot of money on it, wasted a lot of leads.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just worked the whole time, and I mean, managing just like 12 leads a day or 10 leads a day for one client is one thing. Doing it for three or four other people in different time zones with different prices and all that, I just was like, it was just too much. I remember I was sleeping like one week I slept for like 4 hours the whole week. I wasn't thinking straight like after
Oh my
that.
God, that's
Yeah,
horrendous. So you were doing all the calling yourself, like you were trying to like run
everything,
this, yeah, all the follow up.
everything.
So
Yeah.
so at what point did you realize like shit, I need help with this?
Mm, I don't remember exactly when I did it, but I remember still it was by the end. So January, I started the school community, used it as like a low barrier to entry, like kind of lead magnet. And what I had back then was just myself and I think four clients. And I was like, there must be a solution for that. Like the people have figured it out for sure. Like the CEO is not doing everything for like, I don't know, 100, 200 K a month company. And then I just went to like the school discovery. I still remember it was a Sunday. I went to the school discovery like search bar. I typed like AI assistant. Didn't find anything interesting. I think I find appointment setting. I typed appointment setting. I don't know. I typed something specifically, then I kept scrolling. I found the free-ish school community. I
Yeah.
entered. I started to watch the videos, and I was like, "What? Like people solve this problem?" And then you talked about your story about how you started the agency and how you weren't able to get customers results because they would call it themselves, and you started to do that. You found a huge gap in the market. I was like, and especially when you brought up like gym launch, because I'm a big promotion fan. When you brought up gym launch, and it was you say that you guys are the one like team follow up is the ones handling their follow up. I was like, okay, these guys are legit. I want to sell. I want to buy it right now. And I think Ryan was the guy that I jumped on a call with,
Yeah.
and he was just surprised because I was like, just send me the link. Like, I want to buy it right now. And we jumped on a call, and he still took me through the framework and everything. And it, yeah, we ended up doing it like that day. And I remember I went to the gym after, watched the whole thing
Yeah.
on the treadmill. And yeah, it was really the best decision I have ever made in my life so far. Uh, I like especially that overview, like the CCM overview where you explain everything. Like when you started to show the automation, I didn't know what an automation was back then. I mean, I
Mm.
heard of Zapier and everything, but like the way you did them, like wow, people are on another level. And when you showed the Hubstaff thing and the reporting and how you track and everything, and I was just like I understand why I'm not where I want to be because I don't know these things. And if I wanted to, like if I want to figure it out on my own, it's gonna take me a lot of trial and error and a lot of time. And yeah, just you giving me or giving us that the way you've given it is honestly just priceless.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Did you have any fears or worries? Like, I know you're pretty much committed. Is there anything that you were thinking
Mm,
in your mind before you jumped in?
I don't know. I was pretty confident about it. Like somehow I just believed you.
Good.
I don't know
I
how to
won't
explain
lie.
it. I know. I figured out pretty quickly after. No,
Yeah.
I really believed everything you said and showed. And, like I saw Charlie Morgan on there giving you a testimonial, and I don't think he's going to give a testimony just like that for anyone. So, um,
Yeah.
it's like trust was already established. So like I trust Charlie Morgan enough, I trust Hormozy enough, and like you use those to increase your trust, and I already happen to trust those people, so they're giving me testimonials. So like I'm not going to mess with them.
Yeah, exactly that, man. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm glad. It's all about social proof, you know. It's all about connecting with the right people and being able to and that's why reputation is so important. You've got to do a good job for people. Even this right now, right? Like, I'm sure there'll probably be someone out there that knows you from somewhere, maybe one of your friends. That happens to us a lot. Like, they'll message and they'll be like, "Hey, I saw Yusuf was on, made a testimonial. Didn't know he was working with you guys. Like, how do I get involved? Like, stuff like that, you know." So building all this kind of stuff up is so important. Social proof is so key. So when going through the program, Yusuf, how hard did you find it all to build out? Did you like how did you find going through everything and building it all out, that kind of stuff?
Hmm. Hmm. Let me recall.
It was a little while ago since you started since
Yeah,
you
yeah. It was back in February. It's July right now.
yeah.
It like the explanation and like the videos are really straightforward. Everything just makes sense. However, I must say that because the not a lot of people are in the residential niche, there were a lot of things I had to customize. And the thing is,
Agreed.
the way you explain everything, it makes it customizable. Like for example, you're not just like, okay, go create a webhook here and then connect it to this. No, it's like this is what a webhook is. This is how it works. Like this is how you send information. This is what custom data is. And I'm like, oh, okay. And also, when I moved to the reporting side, you mentioned multiple times that like you can create your own metric, and you just the same way we did this, you just do it for yourself. And if you want to create like a function, you just like copy the same way we're doing, just change the variables. So the fact that it was explained that way, made it able for me to, or made it possible for me to customize it. So the customization is what took more time for me, but I'm 100% sure if I was like in the med spa niche or dental niche or anything like that, it was going to be way faster. But fear or worries, didn't really have. Oh, sorry, it wasn't fear or worries. Your question was,
I was asking how hard did you find it all to build out, but you basically
oh,
answered it. Yeah, you basically answered
yeah.
it.
I mean, short answer is very easy.
Yeah, and you mentioned the skills as well, like the customization is so important. Like this is honestly why I pivoting from team follow up because it's the results that you can get when you own the process and you understand the skills and how to build this stuff and you can make your own metrics and make your own data. It's just like every agency is so different. And so it's important for you to understand it. If I just gave you everything and didn't explain it, you'd be stuck. Like you'd be reliant on me forever, which I don't want. I want you to
Yeah,
actually learn the skills and be able to
yeah.
improve, you know?
Oh, and I must add something else, man. The coaching calls are just incredibly helpful. Like there are so many during the day that it's like if you miss the first one and then you have another problem, you just jump on the technical one.
Yeah.
And uh, also another thing I really like, which is that you don't just answer questions related to follow-up. You can also answer questions like related to the agency. Like, let's say
Mm.
you want to scale, how would you go about it? How you explain to me how I could explain to my clients what my leads, what LTV is. And I actually used that yesterday with the apple example. It's like you have a tree and the apples fall and you have a new tree. I used that yesterday too. So incredibly
Good
helpful.
man.
Also the Thursday calls with the CEO of the Metspa company, sorry,
Yep.
Metspa agency. That's
Amber.
also incredibly helpful. So even when I was stuck on some technical things, even if they were super like niche to what I was doing, I was still getting the help that I was looking for.
Good. Yeah, it's one of the things where like I always say to people, I don't want to become like another agency guru, that just does generic agency stuff. But I've got a lot of experience in the space. I've done a lot of this stuff. I used to run my own agency, run white label call centers, work with gym launch, all this kind of stuff, right? So I've got a lot of experience on that, and I can help people in general about that agency stuff. I'm now starting to build out a lot more things like I'm launching next week a CEO dashboard where basically it's going to be a reporting with all the CEO metrics that you need to know as a CEO, which it customize all that kind of stuff. It would be really cool. So I'm starting to expand a little bit more and like build on some of this stuff that I know people need. But I do my best to not become like the generic agency stuff. But yeah, I'm glad coaching calls are so important as well because there will be problems you'll find. There will be things you get stuck on. You need to have the coaching calls there to help you, to keep improving and keep getting better with
Mhm.
it all. Yeah, no, this is great, man. In terms of like how many clients you've got. I know we don't teach client how to get clients or anything like that, but like, where is the agency right now? I know when you first started, you had like one or two clients. Like, where are you at now with everything?
So I was waiting for that part. So I was able to increase my prices from 1,500 a month, all the way up to 5K. And the
Wow,
5K,
good.
yeah, but it's not, it's kind of like I'm selling it as a one time.
Mm,
But I wanted the cash flow, kind of to have some cash in the bank, be a little bit more comfortable with this, with the decisions that, not comfortable, but make more rational decisions. Because when you're living kind of paycheck to paycheck, with all the margins and that. And sometimes you don't really make very smart decisions. I don't know. You start an
yeah,
ad,
you're right.
the first 3 days it doesn't work, and you're like, oh, well, let me go and fix this. And it doesn't work like that. So what I did was I noticed that clients on average leave after month 4 or month 5 for multiple reasons. Either, and it's definitely something I need to fix. So either it would be that they're not getting the results that they were expecting. Like they're definitely getting an ROI. They're not in the red after joining, but it's not as fast as they wanted it to be. And it's definitely my fault because I didn't set the expectations the right way, or they just want things to be super fast, although they're getting good MR, or they would leave because now they need to hire more cleaners. So it's one of the other. And I was like, well, if they're leaving in month 5 anyways, how about I found a way to get all that cash up front and then have them pay after that? So what I did is I started to build the system in-house for them. So basically what we do is we have the Slack alerts, we have the reporting, the dashboard, which I modified so that they understand the metrics better and they only look
Mm,
at those that they need. And also the VA or the internal sales agent, I hired, train one, and put one inside of their business. So it's like you are going to keep this inside of your system forever. But the thing is, they always need someone to manage it. But when it's framed like this, it just sounds like the best thing ever. And then after the 5 months, so there is a guarantee, which is you will get 100 appointments, 100 cleaning jobs. So if we get you 100 cleaning jobs before the end of the 5 months, we will continue to work with you. So we can get you 150, 120, whatever it may be. If after the 5 months we don't give you 100 appointments, we will continue to work with you until you do. Past that, you will have a special price for you. The monthly is going to be $750 instead of the 1,500 that everybody else pays. And when they ask for the other offer, which is the 1,500, I say, hey, it's basically everything I explained, but we rent it for you. And so, I don't know, 3, 4 months down the line, you'll have paid 5K, but you owe nothing. So I price it like this, and I already made the first 5K sale. And I was super, super proud of it because it shows product market fit. And I was like, damn, so 5K, 20 people a month, that's 100. And then after that, I still got a way to get them, like, to get some MRR from them. And
100%.
that's been the biggest breakthrough, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
yeah,
to clarify, essentially what you're doing is you're taking all the stuff you learned from CCM, all the call center master, all that stuff, all the systems reporting, and you're essentially installing it in the cleaners business for them. And then you've now been able to charge 5K for, yeah, that's great, man.
yeah.
That's insane.
And the thing is, I
Great
make
job.
it 100% customizable. So let's say they don't want to use go high level, like they want to use Ring Central, Dialpad, or something else. They want to use a different CRM. It's fine. Like we can do that. It's just that the things that could only happen on high level, we keep them on high level, but I make it 100% customizable for them. And that also pushes them to take action on it. And if they say
Ah,
no, they do the 1500. And if they say no to that, they go to the 97 school community. So that's what I'm
nice.
doing. And now what I'm focusing on is client acquisition. So I got the ads running. I'm working on the like the follow-up emails, trying to do a little bit of branding in that. Once that is going to be done, and I'm going to basically just be doing service delivery, doing cold calls, and I have the ads running in the background and taking sales calls. That's the plan.
Incredible. It's great stuff, man. Thank you. Like, is there anything, if someone's on the fence, they're watching this video and they're maybe thinking of join, is there anything you'd say to recommend it or anything there?
Just do it. Like it's really going to be the best thing you're going to do. And I'm gonna go like worst case, best case scenario. So like worst case is you learn how automations work. You learn how to automate a lot of the work that you manually do or that you need to hire somebody else to do for you. And you also learn how to increase the value of your product. If let's say you're not already doing like clients acquisition for your clients, it's just lead
Yeah, cool.
generation.
Yeah,
That's just like worst case. Best case is you're struggling to get people to become clients for your clients, and it's taking you a lot of time, and you don't know how to automate it, and you have to learn everything from scratch. You just cram that into, I don't know, 4 weeks or 6 weeks, and you can instantly either increase your price, decrease your churn, or do like a one-time sell product thing like I did.
love that, man.
That's what I would say.
Awesome. Youssef, you've been an absolute star, man. Great to work with as well. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. This has been awesome, man. Thank you so much.